Hey, today we're talking about manifestors with a heart/ego authority. I'm going to continue to refer to the authority as a heart authority throughout this vlog. However, if you come across content that talks about an ego authority, they are one and the same thing when we're talking about human design. Now, if you're not sure what a manifestor is, or if you are one, well, you can calculate that probably through various websites online. And we have also recorded a vlog talking about manifestors and an overview of what manifestors are, what are they designed to do. And we talk a lot about their impact that they create on this world, as well as the kingship or the queenship that they carry. And they were very much those archetypes once upon a time. We now have shifted about 200-300 years ago into what we in human design would call a 9-centered being, so not necessarily just a 7-centered being. And with that then became the introduction of what we call projectors. And yes, manifestors still play a very important role in our society, in our communities, in our family units, in our friendship groups for sure. They make up about 9% of the population. And those that have a heart authority make up an even smaller percent. We're talking likely less than 1% of the population would be considered a heart authority manifestor. Maybe up to 1%, but it wouldn't be much more than that. Now, when we're talking about heart authority, we're talking about the decisions from the will. So, and the desires of what you want, what are you willing to commit to, and what feels worth it for you. So you're designed to make decisions that serves your heart's desires. Now, if you're a manifestor or a projector with a heart authority in human design, you are the only types that are to be making decisions from the heart space. Only the heart space, shall I say that, when you're new to the human design and you're starting out your experiment. So with these heart desires, it's almost foregoing the potential that others may not understand it either. So it's not about reckless decision making, but it's about authentic leadership. And as a manifestor, you're not actually usually requiring any external input into your decision making. Doesn't matter whether you're a heart authority manifestor or emotional manifestor or a splenic manifestor. No manifestors are usually required to intake any external input. And as a heart manifestor, it's instead asking yourself, do I want this? Am I willing to put in the energy behind XYZ to make XYZ happen? So again, as a manifestor, we recommend that you inform before you act. And the reason for that is that you make such a big impact and it can create quite a lot of shock to others. However, if you inform them that you're going to do X, Y, and Z, it can minimize that shock. They're kept informed. It creates more safety, obviously, within your personal relationships and professional relationships. But the point of you informing them is not for them to influence your decision whatsoever. So you may have to just sort of get used to setting particular boundaries around when they start questioning or advising you otherwise. We talked about that more in our overview vlog of manifestors. So when your heart says yes, it's your will, it's your heart that's saying yes, then it's time to inform and to act. So watch out for patterns around self-doubt, overgiving, and misusing your power. Yes, that can be something that can occur with manifestors, depending on what patterns and coping mechanisms they may have created through their lives. I was going to say lifestyle, but yeah, same, I guess. And for manifestors with the heart authority, it's about getting confident and saying what you want. pausing and also just checking in with the chest, area. Like, what is that feeling like? What is that needing? What is that desiring at the moment? And being selective, of course. You're not here to initiate everything, nor are you here to, start everything or engage with everything. Manifestors, the way their energy works is that they can have quite a potent and powerful surge of energy. It come through, and it could last for an hour, a day, a week, and then they'll go into deep rest periods. So, when something is enlivened in them, then they'll go ahead and they'll initiate, and they'll get a lot started, and maybe even be able to do some of it as well. And then there's the moments when they need to rest and they need to honor that, because now the body needs to wait for another big initiatory process. And yeah, owning your desires without guilt as well. So it's not necessarily decisions made from logic or emotions or pressure. I want to remind you that if you're feeling pressure, if you're feeling quite emotional, if you're feeling like you're up in your head about the decision, then those are not the places that you're to be making the decision from. You may need to just wait it out until the logic is taking over, or the emotions are taking over, or there's a pressure. You'll have to either, wait for it to move through you, or figure out a way to clear that from you so that you can come back into the heart space and see, what will do you wish to put where. And as a manifestor, your power just becomes super magnetic, right? And people that are aligned, they will want to come on board and be part of it. As a manifestor, you're not always here to carry out what it is that you start through the whole process, or to do it all by yourself. There are other people that may be able to come in and continue something and carry it on after a period of time that you no longer feel you wish to continue with it, or there's details about it, or there's some management that needs to happen, and it's just not really something that's in your forte. So someone like a projector will come on and might be able to guide things like generators, manifesting generators that want to be part of it all. We're talking about projects here as an example. So yeah, that is all that I wanted to say today in regards to manifestors that have a heart authority. If you've got any questions, you're welcome to leave that in the comment section below. I'm aware that I'm a bit behind in answering the questions in the comments on this channel, so I do apologize for that. You can also reach out to me on various other social media platforms, and those links are in the description box below. And we'll see you in the next vlog.